Y'all a bunch of communists in here, a bunch of Marxists suppressing speech.
We want to fund to deport 20 million illegal aliens that was imported in here by the Biden and Harris administration with the help of the cartels. So won't y'all stand up for Americans for once?
It's slavery all over again.
John, James, it's a pleasure to officially meet you, dude.
Yes, sir.
So John, we're gonna do a little bit of this, a little bit of that today. Maybe immigration, ICE.
Yeah, I think we should do a little ICE, talk about ICE. ICE bills just got passed last week, so we should ask the people how they feel about that.
Philly's been under Democrat leadership for decades.
Okay.
Is it time to flip Philly red, or do Democrats need decades more to fix it?
Y'all might be asking the wrong person.
Why is
You work
that?
for the
Because
city?
I don't like Democrats or Republicans. I think both of them full of shit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I believe not in a party, but I believe in principles. I will give you this right now.
I like that.
It seems that the people that have the most principles are Republicans.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
The only mistake y'all made was with Trump. Now, I like Trump as a businessman. I just don't think that he's right as a president.
Okay.
As a businessman, I think he's a smart and shrewd person.
But you
As
like
a
his
president-
policies, though? Maybe.
I like
of them.
some of
At
his
least so.
policies,
Okay,
right?
that's a start.
I don't think we should be at war with Iran. I don't think we should have treated
Yeah, that's fair.
Canada the way we treated Canada. It's our number one neighbor, right?
Even if they was letting fentanyl come from their borders and allowing illegal immigrants come from their border.
I don't think you should hold the whole country something accountable for something that criminals are capable of sliding past. If that's the case, then we could be held accountable for what our criminals do in other places. A lot of, like, for instance, in Philly, a lot of Philadelphia criminals go to the small counties. Do the small counties hold Philadelphia accountable for it? No, they hold the criminals accountable for it. So I wouldn't have held Canada accountable for individuals that.
What about their border? What about the control of your? You can control your border though. That's why he placed the tariffs on them to force them to control their border. It's more security on the border to stop the fentanyl that has killed American citizens.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I think Trump just didn't see our very good allies as doing enough. A lot of them actually kind of use and abuse the United States, where we take like the burden of healthcare costs when it comes to research and development and stuff, and they get rewarded with their cheap medicine up there. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like America's always been kind of going last.
And last.
Do you agree?
Nah.
No?
I'm gonna say this, right? There are a number of things that Trump do that I must say, although not popular, were shrewd and on point.
Right.
So I'm not saying everything he did was wrong in basics.
Yeah.
Definitely not gonna say that.
You can't say everything.
But there are some things, there are certain decisions that he made that shows he's not a seasoned politician. Right? Like, for instance, like, again, Canada. Canada's not a threat to
What about
us.
terrorists in general, though?
I mean, I believe in some tariffs. I can't say I don't believe in all tariffs. I definitely believe in some tariffs. I believe there's some tariffs that he did was on point. I believe some tariffs he did was a little overreaching. But again, that's a president's prerogative.
The primary reason why they're doing tariffs, I would say there's a bunch of reasons, but there's primary reasons, and a lot of that is based off of rebuilding industry in the United States. A big problem that we've had is a lot of our industry has shipped overseas, China, Mexico, etc. And
I wouldn't argue with that.
A lot of working class
I'm
has been
tell you,
suffering the consequences the last couple decades. Everyone else is getting rich, and we're not making stuff here, and that actually becomes a national security
I
threat.
I agree with Trump
you know what
on
I mean?
that at
Okay.
first.
All right.
I'm gonna tell you where I differ with him.
Yes, sir.
Again, about I think he's a good businessman. As a politician, I think he's unseasoned because I think that he could have been actually far more successful if he would have just delivered on infrastructure. That's what we needed. That's what he promised. How he got in office. That's how he got in office the second time. Yeah. Literally fulfill your promise in dealing with the infrastructure. It's like right now in Philly, what's the number one thing inside of Philly that almost everybody complain about? Not criminal justice, not the family court, the streets. Yeah. The streets are tore the hell up.
Wait, dude, what's going on there, bro? I know we were talking about that the other day. It's insane.
Can we go locally then? What about Governor Josh Shapiro? What about the gas tax? What about these taxes that's supposed to fund these streets? That comes more to a local issue now.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is away from federal.
How long has Josh Shapiro been in office?
He's been in there for a good while now.
What's a good while?
I don't got the number straight off my head, but he's been governor. He's been in there for a good while.
And that's sidestepping. He hasn't been in there for a full term.
What do you mean?
Right? He hasn't been there for 4 years.
He hasn't been there for 4 years yet? Well, it's not my state, but...
He's just became governor. I don't know. I'm not...
Wait,
Josh
Shapiro.
I don't know Josh Shapiro personally.
Governor Josh Shapiro.
Yeah, I don't know him personally,
Look it up.
right?
Yeah.
I don't know him personally. I don't know what his policies is.
Yeah.
But I think I would give him the same latitude that I would give to a Trump. When you first get in office, you inherit a lot of stuff that came before you, and you have to be given time to straighten that stuff out. Now, if after his first term, he hasn't did any of those things, I'll be the first one to say, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, you a piece of shit.
No, it's not a good argument if they're working. That is
Yeah,
not a good
it's
argument.
not a great argument.
Because you're undercutting American
wages.
The, corporations are able to exploit cheap illegal labor. So, like,
Yeah.
a big issue, they'll bring up farms all the time. A big issue with these farms is that the little farms can't compete with the big farms
Yes.
because the big farms are exploiting cheap illegal labor.
you go.
got these little farms that are hiring American citizens.
It's just slavery all over again.
It's not a good argument, but it, you know, you understand how he's kind of thinking it is.
He wants to decriminalize all of we're saying that they're illegal. They committed a crime because they crossed the border. You try to say they're good people, they're working, they're adding to society. They try to humanize them.
That's not how the law works.
Yeah.
Oh, sir, yes, I did rob this guy, but I'm a good person and I have a job. They're like, I don't care. Dude.
Did we do this for American citizens? Did we give them that caveat? You know, they're just trying to make a way for their family. You know, like what? When did we start doing that?
You can quickly see how that position becomes suicide because they then embrace
Suicide
that
and empathy.
in the tens of millions to where you're now transforming an entire city. John's gonna go say something to the city council. We're gonna go join him.
Good morning, everyone. My name is John Alante McCauley. I'm with a grassroots organization called Flip Philly Red. We're here to offer you something different because you've been voting for the mayor's office for the past 70 years. In regard to this resolution urging Congress to provide comprehensive fertility care for IVF, this is a sensitive topic that I don't treat lightly. In my journey to have a stronger relationship with God, I'm working on not compromising God's plans for my human desires. At what point do we stop trying to play God? If we believe life begins at conception, then we can't treat embryos like it's Build-A-Bear. IVF creates multiple embryos and then discards them or freezes them indefinitely. In regard to this resolution, when did Democrat politicians start caring about military families? Did they care about the military families when they forced them to get the COVID shot or be discharged from the military? Did they care about military families when they compromised their safety implementing their DEI policies? The NDAA is for national defense and warfighting, not broad fertility coverage. Babies are supposed to be a blessing, but when you're selecting eye color, hair color, and choosing the sex, tell me, where's God involved in that? Babies are not lab rats. We should prioritize restorative reproductive medicine that treats underlying issues like endometriosis, hormone problems, or lifestyle factors. All of this is hypocrisy. The Democrat Party is the reason for historic low birth rates, pushing LGBTQ and abortion. Nothing about their party is pro-family. They are truly the party of baby mom culture. Single baby moms with baby showers with the budget of a rapper music video. John Alante McCauley for PAGOP State Committee. Stacey Garrity for governor.
All right, what y'all think?
Dude, it was awesome. It was
Yeah?
awesome. Yeah, it was. That was really cool. So tell me a little bit about that because I'm curious. Is that how often do you go to the city council meetings? And are there any Republicans on the city council? There's like 17 members or so in Philadelphia. Any Republicans? Any Republican representation?
There's one Republican, Brian O'Neill. It's time to put him out the pasture, respectfully. You know, we use the term rhinos, Republican in name only.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of bad things about Philly's GOP.
Yeah.
They just work with Democrats, basically?
Yeah, it's a uniparty. So I've been going since February 5th. I think that was the first time that I went. The first time I went viral.
It's not MAGA who's doing all of the carjacking and the shootings. When we talk about ICE, when 78 million people, 7 swing states, including Pennsylvania, we voted for this. We voted for this. We gave a mandate. So I want to sit here and tell U.S. Senator John Fetterman, U.S. Senator Dave McCormick to vote yes and support H.R. 7147. I sit here in disgust as I watch Kendra Brooks, Jamie Guthier hold up pictures of a domestic terrorist, Renee Good. I never seen her put up a picture of Dakara Thompson, a 19-year-old who was raped and murdered by an illegal alien and thrown over a bridge. I never seen her put up a picture of Lincoln Riley, who was raped and murdered. I never seen her put up a picture of Larisha Thompson, a mother. I named 2 black women, by the way. We want to fund to deport 20 million illegal aliens that was imported in here by the Biden and Harris administration with the help of the cartels. So won't y'all stand up for Americans for once? Because America comes first. Y'all need to understand this. We don't want to pay our taxes to house these people.
Thank you for your opinion. Thank you very much.
I've been going every week, and so, yeah,
A
giving them all.
little bit of pressure. Keep the pressure on just a bit. I mean, it's you and maybe a couple people in there. So
It's building.
I mean,
It wasn't like that when I first was going. It was me and one woman, and now we got about 6 or 7 showing up now, so it's building. Yeah.
it's good. Yeah, I mean, it's the craziest thing when you go to these meetings because I mean, how long has there been, Democrats in control of Philly? What, like 60 years or
Over
something
70.
like over
It's
70?
over 70 years.
And so their message is basically, hey, you've given us 70 years. Republicans are the problem, and just give us some more time. We're gonna fix Philly. I mean, is that what they sell? Like,
It's that in race. Like their message is, we don't want anybody who don't look like you to be making decisions for you. And so that's how they keep the power, whatever. It's hard for black people in Philadelphia to say, this is insanity. They think that they're going against their own people if they choose a different option. They'll let the city burn before they'll put a Republican there in City Hall.
regard to these ICE out bills. They have statistics coming out of the country of Sweden that says because of their open border policies, that 1 out of every 4 women can be expected to be raped. These are things that I think as city council make it difficult for ICE to find. I need time back on the clock. I need my minute back. How you gonna do that? How you gonna do that, bro? Y'all a bunch of communists in here, a bunch of Marxists suppressing speech. You work for me. Understand that I pay your salary. You suppressing speech. You disrespecting me, letting them do this. You're a communist. You's a commie. Every single one of you. Deport every single one of them. Deport every single one of them. America first. Deport every single one of them. Bunch of commies.
dude, that is just crazy to me, man. I mean, especially because, look, I love Philly. I've been coming here for a while now. And some of the best food, if not the best food in the country. Yeah. People are so great. They're so friendly. They're so fun and social. Yeah. And then you also have a dark side of Philly, which is, bro, there are kids executing each other in the streets every single day almost. Yeah. And so there's this really dark side of Philly that it blows my mind that people are tolerating it, right? Yeah. From the city I'm from, I'm not from a big city, but I'm from a city of like 100, a little bit over, maybe around 100,000 people. I'm from Orange County, but like no city within Orange County would be tolerating that. Not a single, dude, if that was happening under their watch, there would be people showing up to every single city council meeting. There would be a change in leadership, and there would be, you know, people, there would be more officers, whatever it took to save those lives, that would be happening. And for some reason, people are just accepting it here. Does that blow your mind?
Yeah, it does. It's genocide. You know, that's why I say it's not MAGA who's doing all of the shootings and the carjacking. It's not President Trump that's doing all of the murders. I asked, you know, especially black women, because 92% of them voted for Kamala Harris. Sure. You know, I said, how many of your sons you have to bury? How many funerals do you have to go to before you say, you know what, it shouldn't be about race, but you guys are making decisions strictly on race and gender. You know, black people run City Hall. They run the police department. They run the, black people are in charge in every aspect of the school system, everything here. So, you know, that's the definition of insanity, is to keep choosing the same thing and expecting a different result.
That is it for today. John, thank you so much for joining us. It was amazing watching you today, and really appreciate what you're doing here in Philly, because it's definitely a city worth saving. If people enjoyed your work, they want to find you, they want to support you, where can they find you?
You can go Alante McCauley across all platforms, ALLANTEMCAULEY, or you can find us also on Flip Philly Red, and that's across all platforms.
Awesome, man. Thanks again for joining.